Subscribe to Fat and Broke.
Xin Ciao, what's up everybody? In this video today, we're going to talk about your first 3 months of living in Saigon specifically. If you are moving to other places in Vietnam, this video could possibly help you as well, but we're going to focus on where I live and where I know. So this is going to be your 90-day budget for a single male from 20s to 60s, single that's moving here. I mean, I'll put a pretty large spectrum of age for this, as I think, you know, it just depends on if you're still partying. You know, I meet plenty of guys that are older that are still partying just like a 20-year-old guy. So we're gonna break down your 90-day first 3-month budget for here in the city. How much you're gonna need, what you're gonna expect to spend on. First things first, you're gonna if you party, if you party, you're going to spend a lot more money than you probably plan to spend your first month for sure. You could spend upwards of, I don't know. If you get stupid and you're drinking every day, you could probably spend $5 grand your first month pretty easy. I mean, I know guys that spend $5 grand on a 1-week vacation here, or even in like a day here. So this can be wildly all over the place depending on what kind of party person you really are and where you're gonna go. You're gonna go over here to where all these lady bars are and stuff. You're gonna be expected to waste $8 for every drink. I mean, you're not getting out of there for like $100 anymore, even for just a couple drinks with a girl. For the most part, this is a waste of time. You can become seasoned on going down here and figure out where to go and get value here. It's definitely gonna be a money learning experience doing so, and depending on who you are and what you want, that can be up for you to make that choice or not. If you don't know what a lady bar is, maybe we'll eventually do a video on it explaining lady bars again for everybody on the channel. There's also like another section over here called Japantown where all the brothels are. So if you're into that kind of thing, full service and all that, you would just go on over to Japantown essentially, and they're gonna have very attractive women there that can cater to your needs. We are doing a video about places that rip you off that are fake, that are smoke shows here. So there are quite a few places that look like you would potentially get some full service or some action, and it's actually just an expensive haircut from not even the girl. They just use the girls to bring you in. So we are gonna do a whole series on Patreon about that coming up this week. So if you're keen to really know about that stuff and you wanna know about it, sign up for the Patreon. That stuff's over there. There's all kinds of additional content on the Patreon. So as far as lodging goes, I don't think I would rent an apartment right away. I'd probably be going like month to month. They have a thing called M Village now. I'm also going to do a video exclusively on the whole M Village thing and the principle of it, but M Village will give you monthly rentals, 6 month, 3 month, yearly from what I understand. And they're all over the place now. There's even one right over here. I don't know how expensive. You're gonna pay a little bit more. I think my buddy's paying like $800 for his right now. But he likes it, it's convenient, and it gives you a short-term access to a lease if you need a short lease. So rent can be all over the place. You're gonna have people raise their hand and be like, I pay $1 a month to live in Saigon, and it's the greatest thing in the world. You know, this is going to be based on you if you're in a Western apartment. Expect to pay anywhere for rent, realistically for most men, $500 to $8,000 would be for a modern Western nice. The nicer and the more modern and the newer you get, the more expensive. It can get pretty expensive. They're gonna begin launching these apartments that cost pretty much the same price as like in LA. It almost like a New York crazy prices. So we'll see if those rent. I don't know if they will. Time will tell on that, but really your biggest thing is gonna be partying and how much you're gonna choose to spend on partying or not. How lost in the sauce are you gonna get? And as far as dating, you shouldn't be spending much on dating. If you find yourself spending a lot of money on dates, you're a simp, dude. And I don't know, I can't tell you how to not be a simp, but you shouldn't be going through that much money dating. It should be a relatively inexpensive thing. So we're not gonna fully expand too much on the cost of that, but it should be pretty minimal in my opinion. You know, if you're dating a girl, maybe a couple $100 a month for like the food, maybe going to a movie, maybe buy her some drinks, you know. But if you are really, you know, spending a lot on dating, you're probably dating the wrong way too. So again, these are things to look at. These are things to think about. If you're okay with spending a lot of money, maybe you are like a person that likes to eat fine dining and all this shit, that's a different scenario. But you definitely don't need to bring gifts and stuff to first dates. These are all like weird practices to dating, in my opinion. If you want dating videos, I have a crap ton of them on the channel, so just look around on the channel and you'll see all kinds of dating videos essentially on that kind of stuff. As far as food goes, it can be as cheap as 10 bucks a day or as expensive as 100 bucks a day. Again, this all depends on like where you eat, what you're eating. Are you eating Western food? Are you having mixed cocktails with your food? Or you just have beer? It can be as cheap as you want it to be, essentially, and it can be as expensive almost as you want it to be as well. Well, realistically, I would say, for your first 3 months here, if you're gonna party, you're gonna date girls, you're gonna go out frequently, I would want $3,000 a month at least. So $9,000 is gonna be your answer. I know some of you are gonna think that's steep, but I'd say if you're gonna party, that's on a low end, man. So. Up to you if you spend that much, really. But I think most people will find that they're gonna spend $2 grand just on partying, probably, dude. Like realistically, if you ask anybody, and that's a low, I'm giving conservative numbers. You come in with an idea and you come in with a number, of course, like anything. Then you're here, it depends on your proximity to Bois Vane, how much you wanna go to Bois Vane. It all depends on how lost in the sauce you get, dude. Like, it's not a crazy complicated thing to figure out how you can spend more money here. So you can either do it very cheap. If you're a person that doesn't drink, you don't party, you don't have any bad habits really like that. You could easily live, you know, 1,000 to 1,200, like I said in the videos, but I think that's very hard and realistic. But expect to spend at least $3,000 your first month. You know. I want to keep this to like a quick breakdown. I don't want to give you a bunch of extra fluff and stuff. The other thing you're gonna probably do a little bit when you move here is travel. So I would set aside $300 to $500. If you're dating a girl here heavily in the beginning, she'll probably want to go to like a Chang or Vung Tao at some point, like relatively quicker in the relationship. So a little play-in money for that. It's again not very expensive. You can actually travel the whole country on bus and train pretty much at a very affordable rate. It takes forever. It's inefficient to really go too far, but it is possible. Flights used to be cheap pre-COVID. Part of the reason why I moved here. Now they're not as cheap, but they're still very cheap. You know, you can still fly to like, I think I can fly to Da Nang for under 100 bucks still. So I mean, or right at 100 bucks. So all that stuff I think is pretty good. Let me ask the chat. We are live streaming over at kick.com, the best live streaming platform in the world. We are live streaming actually right now as I shoot this YouTube video because a lot of the guys that watch the live stream don't watch the YouTube or vice versa. So it really doesn't have too much effect for us to do this while we're out here. I've been live streaming every single day for the past 33 days. So just tune in if you want to watch. I'm literally out here every single day. Does anybody in the chat have anything to add to this video? I think so. We're at the end of the video. Give me a shout out, Fats. Shout out FF. Now do a dono. So come watch me e-bag on stream. Come give me extra money on Patreon. I love you. It really is great ways to support me. We are thanking you for watching the video. Stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.